So this is my current tactic. I just pick it because we kind of had one too many players for most interesting map, and I felt lazy. So I'm going to mostly just put myself in observer mode and give power to crazy. Or crazy could attempt to make a makeshift tournament mode in this game. Are you willing to try this, Crazy?
Go down with whatever's route. So the first thing we were talking about is that it would be only PvP scenarios. So then it would be like, how would it progress when you started a tournament, and how would you make the list?
Okay.
So it's like, say we were going to have this scenario be the first in a group of 5 scenarios.
Okay.
Would we want to do best of 3 for each one then, so that, you know, you could have enough time to get a sense of what the scenario is like? So we would then do a best of 3 with like this scenario, and then do, you know, regardless of who the winner was, then progress to the next scenario, and then whoever won the best of 3 for 5 different scenarios would be the winner of the micro tournament.
Okay.
So we could like do this.
Talk to me.
So basically, when you speak of best of, this is how you see it.
Picking up or dropping off. Confirmed. On my way. Here's your stop.
Nuclear launch detected.
Understood. ETA 1 minute. Heading out. Will do,
Nuclear
Command.
launch detected.
Where's the emergency? Waiting on you.
This better be.
Ready for pickup? Dropping off. Now, well, hello. Let's go. In the pipe, 5 by 5. I heard that. Loud and clear. Acknowledged. Inbound.
So we would probably not have a host that would automatically end scenarios, so we would probably have to have it be just scenarios that can end in a reasonable time on their own. So I mean, even though there is a little bit of cleanup that you have to do on this map,
Add some kind of force timer.
Yeah, but I don't know how you would add a force timer very easily. So it's like, okay, so now it's like, okay, well, we have a sense of what can go wrong in this map, but then instead of just, you know, immediately being over, we play it again with kind of the same position, so that we could, you know, have a chance to confirm that you are the most team. Hi, Mask.
So suppose are we supposed to just switch to the next scenario at least?
Confirmed.
Instead of
No, at this point we would still be playing this scenario, and we'd be doing a best of 3 on this scenario.
Per scenario, because I was kind of confusing because you gave me the impression that it is 1 time per scenario, and then it's 5 up to 5 different.
No, that's like the whole idea. Is you would be prolonging the amount of time playing per scenario. So doing a best of 3 per scenario is actually more interesting because you can build momentum on that particular scenario. So, you know, the team that won just won even harder. And then they would still have to clean up the mini nuke silo on this scenario. But, you know, there's no doubt about who won. So, you know, in this scenario, after 2 games, it would be over for the first part of the tournament, but the tournament would not yet be over.
Give me this.
Now what?
So then we'd go on to, like, the next scenario. So we'd go on to, like, maybe this scenario. Now, one thing is that this is a 4-person, so we wouldn't have this scenario be the next one because this is not a 3 versus 3 scenario, right? Where is it? Yeah, well, right, because we have 3 people obs and we have 6 people playing, so it should be basically even except 1 each. Yeah, so it wouldn't be this scenario now. Yeah, so this is one thing where sorting by number of players in scenario would be helpful.
Let's just go. If we're going to play, let's play. More.
But yeah, for any tournament mode, I intend to have separate lists so that we can just have the 5.
Like, have a list specifically for a tournament.
Yeah, so this is a 3 versus 3 scenario. So it'd be like, this is going to be hypothetically the next scenario. So now, you know, LNG and Co. won the first round, but now, you know, they'd have to continue on for this scenario and see if they can win a best of 3 in this scenario. Alright. I thought LNG was not on my team.
Well, I wasn't on your team, but last time, but I'm on your team now.
But it didn't. Oh, I guess.
One thing that we could do in theory, in the very, very short term, it would be that you give me a list of starting scenario list, I mean tourneys list that you would like, so that even if I don't make the tournament mode off the bat, we could add some minor lists to plan makeshift one at least.
Yeah, so we could get a sense of how they feel. So yeah, I guess you'd still want to include some way to make it agreeable, you know, so that we wouldn't have to wait for 3 mini nuke solos to get killed.
Yeah, I think the best thing would be some kind of tech to make at least a mini nuke silo that they're not required to be destroyed to actually win.
That would be nice.
Or maybe even make it by a default. And that you actually need to use a tech to prevent it.
Oh, there's a bug on this map. This terrain right here makes it that way your guys want to jump down, but they can't. What are you doing? I need you. Oh well, kill the sniper.
Alright.
Come on, guys, finish it.
So, Kelth's team won this time. But I guess the teams got rearranged somehow. So, was it the case... See, that's one tricky thing is that... Did, like... Because I'm not sure we had consistent teams for who was which place in a team. So, I guess that'd be a slight concern. But it should be consistent.
Ooh, this looks interesting.
Alright, so then this could be like the third line. Maybe not though, because this is a different, kind of a different themed one, right?
Well, it still counts as
But do like Stalker Wars. Stalker Wars, but then this one has multiple difficulties, so what would we do for this one, you know? Because so would we just do easy by default, or would we do...
difficulty.
Or would we do Impossible S by default?
Listen, crazy. You can make it so that way the 3 rounds each will have a different difficulty increasing on...
Yeah, so that was what I was wondering. Would it be better, or would you want to have the same difficulty for each of a best of 3?
It would increase the challenge, though, if you had it different for each one. But if you had
Yeah, so it'd be like easy, medium, then hard for like a scenario like this. But I'm not sure how we could regularize that, because there's only like 5 to 10 easy Impossible S scenarios.
In my own view, just prefer to just allow to pick the difficulty you want on a scenario basis, and that's it. Because sometimes you might want the easy version, and then maybe you want the impossible version of the next one, stuff like that.
You could have like different lists, each one having a specific difficulty for the levels on there, but they're all the same levels. So you could have like the easy.
No, it's because the problem is it vary too much from scenario for scenario. For example, there's some scenario that doesn't have an impossible difficulty. There is other scenario that may be, oh, I want the easy version on this one, oh, I want the normal version on the next one, and I kind of don't want to prevent that. And consider how the difficulty vary even from the view from the other to other. It's kind of necessary that I just let the player have a specific difficulty on a scenario basis instead of trying to force a global difficulty for all the scenario in the list.
Risk. Let him. That's what you specifically what shouldn't have happened. Good damn kill. I'm the only one here who should do blink micro on my.
In terms of having any kind of timer to force the end of the scenario, I guess
Would be a tie then.
I guess I will be forced to add it on the scenario list part, which you can optionally pick a timer to force a tie or something. Because
Yes, got one. Oh, but we lost him. Okay. You gotta be hardcore pro micro here.
You don't want to be too short though, because I mean...
But the one thing, the problem with a timer, it's probably the aspect that